Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Green 80! Check Mike 54! Alert!
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. A first down there on a pickup of 25. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And this is caught on the left side, Jerron Brown. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So don't say nothing.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Green 80! Hey, easy. Check. Get in the weight room. SOS.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Here's Wilson to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
14.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
25. Front left.
54's Mike.
One left.
Watch 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Hey, 0. 14.
All day, every day, any day. Hey, watch that.
I think this is a free play for Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Check 13.
Hey, look.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
21. Hey, gun.
Mike's 50.
6 man. Check curls.
Mike's 50.
Stay with your man.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's good one. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
21. Here we go. Check Mike 54. I got you.
Watch the screen.
Hey, wahoo.
Mike's 50.
11.
Right here. Mike's 5.
1, Omaha.
Mike's 5-4. Rip left.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
One left. 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Watch twist. Hey. Check.
They'll run with McKissick. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Back at his 48-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch the twist. Check 3. 12.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brings up 4th down.
Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Check.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A carry now for McKissick. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 9, check 9. Lock.
Now Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go. Black 80! 54! Black 54!
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know you feel that.
Here we go.
The
here we go,
last
here we
run
go.
got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Me and you all day.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go. 180!
You're not ready. You're not ready.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco.
Here we go.
But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Coleman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
On first down, Coleman. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike, 55.
Hey, alert! 11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Don't get nervous. 25. Undercut.
Here's Carson. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That's a gain of 5. Brings
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
What? Check line 54. Line 54. Good job right there. Good job right there.
Check. Lucky.
Front left.
Watch out.
They run again with Carson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. 36. Hatchet.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
I'm going back to you. Check 1-3.
1, Omaha.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Caught right side, Jerron Brown. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
54.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Quan Alexander has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mike 5-4. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Let's go.
To try again after the sack. Wilson escaping the pressure right. There he goes inside the 30. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. This is Carson, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on first down. Carson, he will push his way down to about the 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. And Dixon. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman finding room at the 30. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch. Of times, now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
3 bud. Check it.
Easy.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way. Coleman now.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I
get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for